All right, guys, season 5 of My Hero Ultra Rumble is underway, and if you were to log into the game right now, you would see the new banners for Mirio and the quirk skill set reroll banner, or it's coming back for Deku's full bullet. And so on these banners, alongside the quirk skill set and the new character, we also have some cool costumes. We have the Mirio costume here, and then I think the compressed costume is really cool. I actually like that compressed costume quite a bit. And then we have the full Kalin Deku and Aizawa costume as well. Now, when it comes to pulling on these banners, I don't really ever recommend on My Hero Ultra Rumble, especially for free-to-play and light spenders, summoning for costumes specifically. Now, if you're going to be summoning for the character like Mirio and you happen to get a costume, that's a big win, right? But I just don't feel like it's ever really worth it to just summon for costumes. I would rather save my currency for either the character or the quirk skill set. So that's what I would highly recommend you guys do if you're new to the game, or if you've been around for a while and you're like, I really want the full Kalin Deku. It's not worth it. Trust me, unless you need the full Kalin, or sorry, the full bullet Deku. In that case, go ahead and pull on this banner, because then you're maybe getting a quirk skill set as well as a costume, and that makes it worth it, okay? But be careful with how you're spending your currency, because it is kind of hard to come by in this game, especially with the login bonus being removed and no real replacement for it, outside of them now being a little bit more generous with the tickets that they give us every once in a while through a gift. But even then, like, the anime returning gifts have not been it lately, if you guys have checked out the Twitter. So they're giving us like gallery pieces and stuff like that. It's not great, okay? But after those banners that are in the game right now, we will be getting these banners here. You can pause it, check out the times for when these banners are going to be coming out. But the main ones I want to point out are these costumes here. That All Might costume looks absolutely sick, right? The Endeavor costume is pretty good as well, but I think the All Might costume is going to be really cool. You also have a chance to pull Endeavor on this banner if you don't have them yet. Now, I don't think you should do that necessarily, because eventually characters come off banners and you'll be able to buy them, and Endeavor will be coming up relatively soon, if not already. I'm not sure. So Endeavor, I don't know if it's really worth pulling on that banner in particular, but the costumes look sick, right? Now, the Dabi quirk skill set banner, that is absolutely worth pulling for. You could get white-haired Dabi, you could get the new quirk skill set, you could get this Todoroki costume, right? So definitely worth pulling on that banner. That is going to be one of the bigger banners for this season. And then we're also getting a character roll for twice, where you will also have the villains in suits, which is pretty sick. And I kind of skipped over this banner here. It's another character reroll for Aizawa. Once again, I don't think it's necessary to pull for the character on this one, but the outfits, you might want to pull for the outfits, because the outfits do look pretty cool. So just, you know, like, take into account the advice I said before. I don't really ever recommend pulling for outfits unless you need the character or you need the quirk skill set, stuff like that too, because then it kind of makes the banner more worth it for you. But otherwise, you'd be really sad to pull on a banner and not get the outfit and get the character that you already have, right? That'd be kind of sad. So right now in the game, we have a drop event going on, and that is basically just going to drop you rewards based on the costumes you're wearing. So if you have costumes or the characters from these current banners, you'll get extra drop rewards. That's what's going on in the game right now. Later events coming up in the season, we are going to be getting a mission event and a agency event, and then going down here a little bit lower, we'll see the rewards for these events here in a second. So below, we're going to be looking at all the costumes. Hydros actually posted them here in this data mine. He also has them on the website, so you can go to ultrarumble.com and see these costumes that I'm about to show you guys. I don't know if all of them are actually on here. It's just a little bit easier to scroll through Discord and see those. But we also have new gallery images, so I'll go ahead and pop those open really quickly. But we have quite a few of those that are coming to the game, if not already in the game. I haven't actually looked at the gallery images just yet in the game. I kind of popped into the game, checked out the new UI, which is a little bit interesting with what they got going on there. But yeah, new gallery images, so I guess that's something to kind of look forward to, depending on if you are a fanatic about gallery images. I don't know if I've ever really met anyone who's super excited about gallery images before. It's just, I don't know, it's a nice little thing that they added in, but I wouldn't be too crazy about it. But yeah, so more gallery images, I guess, more things to work towards. And now the gallery pieces that they're giving us for the login bonuses kind of have a meaning to us, I suppose. Maybe. We are also getting new emblems for new achievements and stuff like that, so we'll go over those maybe in a different video, because obviously there's quite a bit there that do different things and stuff like that. But just in general, new emblems in the game, new ways to earn them, new things to do, so that's good. It kind of incentivizes players to play the game more, which is, you know, a solid addition in my opinion. We also have Mirio, who was added to the game. I went over him in a previous video, so I'm not going to go too in depth here, but we'll go ahead and open it up and go over his kit really quickly. So if you have already pulled him in the game, then you kind of already know what he does, right? Or you could go into the practice arena and test him out. But for anyone that has not pulled him in the game yet, or hasn't had the chance to test him yet, we're going to go over really quickly what he can do. And I mean very quickly. So his quirk skill alpha is called Phantom Threat, an attack that makes you dash in the direction of aim. Use the skill again when you hit an opponent to launch a series of continuous attacks. Press and hold to build up Permeate to go through walls and other objects when you use this skill. His quirk skill beta is called Phantom Dive, an area damage attack that permeates you into the ground and launches you up with an uppercut. That uppercut does, of course, do AoE damage, so that's not too bad. That's pretty interesting, and you go through the bottom of the map pretty much and come up and do an uppercut. And then the quirk skill Gamma, Phantom Guard, gives you a barrier that flings close opponents away with your cape and defends you from attack, so he does have a defense type mechanism to him. And then his special action is called Permeation, where he is going to pass through walls and other objects when used with aim mode, and you will fly towards an ally in your sight. So it reminds me, in my opinion, and I said this before, it's very reminiscent of like Yuumi to me, with that special skill that lets you like go back to allies. Yuumi in League of Legends, who can kind of fly to allies and sit on them, or Rakan, who can fly back to allies. Maybe more like Rakan, who can fly back to allies, get in, do some damage, fly back to allies. So kind of an interesting character, relies a lot on team coordination and stuff like that. I think could be very good. Obviously there's the class there and stuff like that on the left hand side, so speed. But yeah, Mirio in the game officially. Try him out for yourself if you haven't already. Let's get back to the rest of the data mine. So Dabi's quirk skill set will be a power type quirk skill set, and I've gone over this previously as well in another video, but basically he's going to do damage to himself and hurt other people over time. It's interesting quirk skill set. I feel like it's going to be fairly strong compared to the one he has right now, but yeah, new Dabi quirk skill set coming, as you guys saw in the banner earlier in this video. And it says there is also supposedly no real information on this, but there is data entries that seems like Himikatoga will be getting a quirk skill set in the future. So we know Denki Kaminari is potentially going to have a quirk skill set, and also Himikatoga. So two interesting characters to get quirk skill sets. We'll see who gets one first, you know, but just keep that in the back of your mind, potential for those characters getting quirk skill sets. Also, we have solo mode making its return to My Hero Ultra Rumble. It is currently in the game. It has replaced duos mode, okay? And so keep that in mind, that is now in the game for solo. So if you wanted to play solo, you now have your chance once again. And apparently now we have new expert rank added after pro and before ace rank. So they basically added in just an extra rank. I don't know why they did this exactly, what the reasoning was for adding an extra rank in, maybe to make it a little bit easier to filter out. Like ace is now your top of the top, and now these are like your, so like these are your grandmasters, these are your masters and expert. I don't know. I don't really know what the reasoning is. Maybe they're trying to gear up to make competitive more of a thing. I have no clue what the reasoning behind that is, but they have done it, guys. So just keep that in mind. Extra rank now in ranked. So if you played ranked before, you got to climb a little bit more than you used to have to. And yeah, that's that. Let me know how you guys feel about that, especially if you play ranked. I'm interested to know with the resets and stuff like that, if you're okay with this, if you're not okay with this. I really want to know people's thoughts on that, because I don't really know what all that's going to affect and all that's going to change. And next we have the new Deku costume, so you can see the full cowling, the different color variations and stuff like that. And then here is the costumes obtained from the mission events that I was talking about. Okay, so this is going to be the mission event, which is coming up later. You'll be able to get this costume for Deku and this costume for Shigaraki. And then these are going to be the costumes available for the agency event. In my opinion, the agency event costumes are a little bit better than the mission event costumes. And I think the Mirio one looks absolutely sick. Like that coloration, I think that is actually really pretty nice. Now the thing about event costumes though, I always just kind of hate how they're like recolored skins. I would like something original for events and make it feel a little bit more worth it to grind out the events, and it would keep people incentivized to play their game. But the only cool costumes that ever come out are the pay to win ones, which is unfortunate. I don't know what they're thinking. If they want to like incentivize people to play the game, make the rewards worth playing. And so like a recolor is just, it's not the greatest. But hey, these ones, these two in particular, the Bakugo one and the Mirio one, I will say these ones look okay. The mission ones up here for Shigaraki and Deku, I'm not the biggest fan of, but that's just my opinion. Let me know if I'm just complaining too much, or if you guys agree with me down in the comments on that particular thing. And then we also have the costumes coming from the paid season pass. So you have a Sue one, you're going to have a Kirishima one, and you're going to have an All For One without the mask. So the All For One without the mask is obviously like the big costume. These other two are kind of like, they're okay. And that's the paid version. That's, I don't know, not great for the pass. They're not super, super good. And then here's your free costume for the pass. Really sad, really pathetic in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think. I don't know. It's just, okay. Yeah, moving on. Okay, so now we're going to get into all the other costumes for characters, right? And so the first one, Full Kalyan Deku, we kind of saw it up above. I'm not going to go through all the color variations. We got this costume here, and then we got that costume there, okay? And then there is a birthday coming up for Deku, so keep that in mind here, as sometime probably during Season 5. All this stuff should be for Season 5, so sometime during Season 5 we'll see Deku. From my understanding, it might be a little bit in Season 6, but somewhere in here, Hydros, I remember reading, said that all this stuff should be mainly for Season 5. So sometime in Season 5, Deku birthday. I don't know when Deku's birthday is, you could probably Google it. But yeah, okay, Bakugo. New costumes, we got these, okay, all the different color variations, new Ochako costumes. Here we got some more Ochako costumes too. They're kind of spread out. So here's the big one that's coming up on a banner. This is going to be a paid skin, right? But this skin obviously looks pretty cool, and I do like the different color variations on this one. This one's actually pretty nice. And then we have new Shoto costumes and the different color variations and all that for him. Ida, same thing, new costumes, color variations, stuff like that. All for him. And we do actually have a suit, Ida, so there's that. Looks pretty nice, not bad, with the special like socks or whatever you call those, wraps, I don't know, something like that. All new Froppy appeal image, whatever that is. New Froppy costumes, so we kind of already saw this. You got the school outfit, the different color variations of the school outfit. New Denki Kaminari costume. This is probably going to be like his birthday outfit coming up or something like that, but he is going to have a birthday costume. All new Kirishima outfits, so here is one of those. And we got him in a suit as well for school and the different color variations for that. Momo is also going to be wearing a similar outfit to Uraraka. The Momo outfit is exactly the same, just on Momo, so there you go. But I do like this outfit. I just wish they had done something unique for each of the characters and not copied and pasted the outfits onto two different characters, but whatever. It is what it is. The All Might outfits, of course, the All Might outfits are actually looking pretty dope. This one in particular I really like. I think that outfit is sick. It's going to be cool to see people running around with this outfit in the game. The armor, and then we got some more suits and color variations and stuff like that. All Might birthday outfit. All new Aizawa costumes, so you got him bandaged up. The bandage ones I think a lot of people are going to like, and you got the different color variations for the bandages and stuff like that, so that's pretty sick. And then you got the torn up Aizawa costumes here, and these ones don't look too bad either. So all in all, pretty good costumes, I would say, this time around. There's some mixed in that are kind of like, they can't all be bangers, right? But, you know, some of them are good, some of them are bad. We got the suits that I was talking about before for the villains and different color variations. Shigaraki in all white is kind of dope, right? That'll be cool to see and stuff like that. So Shigaraki and the suits is looking... Oh, this one's... Yeah, okay. This is like the new version of Shigaraki, white-haired Shigaraki as well. So on top of that, I didn't even realize it was white-haired Shigaraki for these. So we got the newest version of Shigaraki as well. So that's pretty sick. All for one costumes. We got him in a suit as well with no face. Well, yes, no face, but no face mask, I guess you could say. And then Dabi here in a suit. So the villains are just, you know, looking dapper. I don't know why we're putting villains in suits, but I'm here for it. It's pretty sick. And then in between, a little brief intermission on costumes here. Hopefully you stuck around at this point as we were going through the costumes. We now have Dabi quirk skill set information and images, more importantly. So we kind of already talked about this, but here's his role. Quirk skill alpha, Flames of Resentment, touches the ground to send a pillar of fire forward. Holding down the button creates more pillars of fire while consuming your HP. So he hurts himself, but for a trade-off of hopefully a lot of damage. Quirk skill beta, Scorching Admonition. If I'm saying that right, I'm probably saying that so wrong. Engulf yourself in flames and latch onto an opponent after kicking them into the air. Hold down to continue damage and damaging the enemy while consuming your HP. So like pretty much what he did with Shoto, right? It's literally an image of Shoto in the picture. Pretty sick though. I think that'll be one of the coolest moves to see in the game. I can't wait to see that. His quirk skill Gamma, Crazy Torch, an area damage attack that emits intense flames from your entire body. Hold down to attack across a wider area while consuming your HP. After activating, reinforces your body for a certain period of time, but gradually consumes your HP. Inflicts damage on the enemy while reinforced. Okay, so those are his abilities for his new quirk skill set. Should be pretty interesting to see how that works out. Toga also getting a birthday. More costumes for Toga too. Her and her kind of beat up outfit with the eye patch and whatnot. Different color variations of that particular skin. We have some more color variations for Endeavor and torn up outfits and stuff like that. And then we also have images for Mirio's icons. So there's kind of what's going on in the game. You can see those once again in the game right now. So I'm not going to focus on those too heavily. More Mirio face icons, Mirio birthday coming up. All new Mirio costumes, just a ton of Mirio costumes, and you know, the different color variations looking good. So that's nice. And we're going to skip past the appeal images. All new Twice costumes. We already talked about the, of course, suit. And we're also getting a couple of these other costumes as well, like the bandana and whatnot. And we should also be getting Compress here. And you're going to have him with this smiley face and the different color variations and stuff like that. Like, I actually really like the Compress skin. I think it's pretty interesting to see. And then Kendo's getting a birthday as well. And Kendo outfit as well. So Kendo players, rejoice. You have some outfits. Mount Lady getting a birthday. Mount Lady also going to have some outfits you can kind of see here with the roses and stuff like that. It's not the craziest outfit. I don't really know how I feel about hers. Mount Lady's is kind of lackluster in my opinion, but let me know once again what you guys think down in the comments. Cementosses, are they even worth clicking on? I don't know. They're not great. They need to do something with Cementos. He doesn't have very many like great outfits in my opinion. Ibra, and there is apparently one new costume for her, I suppose. And then new USJ minimap is in the game. You can actually see this right now. So you got the mountain zone, which has changed pretty drastically, right? And there's like a zoomed in version too. It's kind of blurry, but you can kind of see now how the new mountain zone works right there. So interesting. Have to play it a little bit. And then we have a new ticket currency. Currently unknown what it's going to be used for. I imagine maybe something to do with, you know, this. Who knows though? 100 million comics sold commemorative illustration. So there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll read the disclaimers here from Hydros really quickly. They did not add anything related to season 6. So there you go. I was saying earlier that I had read that. Seems they have learned now not to push both seasons together. So all these birthdays should hopefully be sometimes during season 5. So a lot of birthdays coming up, free stuff. You know, this is a good thing to keep the hype going, not knowing what season 6 holds in store. There are some placeholder assets for season 6, but nothing that says anything about what is coming. And then blah, 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 the database and all that good stuff. So even more unreleased costumes here you can see with Mirio, Deku, Bakugo, or Araka. Okay. And these are kind of pulled from My Hero Ultra Impact, in my opinion. Very similar costumes to what we've seen in My Hero Ultra Impact. So maybe that's where they're getting some of their ideas from, but these might eventually, or more than likely, are coming to My Hero Ultra Rumble. So these are some sick costumes, right? Like these ones look pretty interesting. These ones are going to be cool to see in the game if and when we get them. Not guaranteed necessarily to get them, but it's a pretty high likelihood that we get these characters and these, not characters, but these character skins, right? So I think that'll be pretty cool. We're also getting new loading icons with her Araka and Toga and stuff like that. So a lot of really cool stuff to talk about with this update. And then this is a rant right here, but okay, let's read through this. The last big piece of news. Okay, so for those wondering about the ranked special effect entry cost discount for the, you know, that little blue bar that appears on the UI at the start, you know, now when you log in, it's a whole new UI that they didn't explain how it works. Here you go. For the discount cost to apply, you simply need to own the character and or quirk skill sets. The way these characters and quirk skill set discounts are determined are based upon the latest characters and quirk skill sets that were released. So at the moment, Mirio, All For One, Bakugo quirk skill set, and Shigaraki quirk skill set. The points are determined as the latest release is 100 points and the second is 50 points. So Mirio is the latest character, so he is 100 points. While All For One was the previous latest release, so he gets 50 points. This will be an updated cycle where the latest release gets the most points, and the previous release before it will be half. So with this, the quirk set discount points for Bakugo and Shigaraki will rotate on the 19th, which is the special effect end date for them. which following that, Dabi's quirk skill set releases on the 19th. So the quirk skill set discounts will be updated to rotate to Dabi quirk skill set for 100 points and Bakugo quirk skill set for 50 points. With this, we also know when the character special effect expires for the 2 in the rotation character discounts. Mirio Togata and the All for One will expire on the 24th of the 7th month. Based on the quirk set rotation, this is going to be the same, and we will see a new character release on 7/24, which is also the release date of Season 6, by the way. So it is all but confirmed that Season 6 will start with a new character release as well. Who that will be, it's yet to be seen, of course, okay? So just keep that in mind. But that is how that new little system when you first log into the game, if you're first logging in after this update, works, okay? So basically, get the characters, get the skins, and you'll get a discount for entering ranked, which is okay, I guess, but the menu is terrible in my opinion. They didn't do a good job explaining it. And so here we are explaining their terrible menu again, terrible UI. Hopefully something maybe eventually will change with the UI. I don't know though. But overall, a lot of stuff in this update. I feel like the devs are trying. They're getting a lot of stuff put together. Whether it's executed perfectly or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what bugs come out with Mirio and stuff like that. But yeah, an exciting season. Hopefully some cool stuff. Have to check out the USJ, the new changes to it and everything. But let me know how you guys are feeling about this patch. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.